How's it going, Coach? Can you talk about Alijah Arenas tonight?
Yeah, obviously Alijah playing 37 minutes and having 29 points. The most impressive thing was the 9 free throws attempted, making 8 of them. He did a great job defensive rebounding, which is one of the things that we talked about. But obviously he can go get his own shot whenever he wants. Some guys struggle to create on their own. He's a great on-your-own shot creator. I made a conscious effort against Northwestern to start him and not bring him along slowly. I don't regret that at all because we knew it would pan out sometime in the first 5 to 6 games, and it worked out tonight. He's obviously got rust those first 3-4 games, and I hope that he can continue to build off this. I just said on radio that we did it at Arkansas with 3 McDonald's All-Americans, and you got to let them play through their mistakes, and you got to let them have the ball in their hands, and then you hope that through experience and learning that it pays off in March. And it's paid off for us before, and we're going to let him roll. And, 29 points in your 5th game in college when you haven't played any non-conference games is pretty damn impressive, especially when you should still be a high school senior.
You've been rolling with the same starting lineup for the last 5 games. Alijah obviously in that lineup. What are you liking about that combination right now?
Yeah, just probably won't be the same, with Chad, but Cam knows what I want. I don't know how because I haven't had a lot of individual meetings with him, but he's on the same wavelength with my thought process on things, and he's done a great job. Like what he did at Iowa, what he did tonight, scoring is not necessarily what we thought. But I don't know where our season would be if we hadn't picked up Cam when we did. But that starting lineup, we have great athleticism and activity with Ezra and Jacob. And Cam's a true point guard, and then Alijah and Chad have been able, those guys can get their own shots. So I thought it was a really, really good mix with our, 6, 7 wings in Chad and Alijah, and then the switchability up front with Jacob and Ezra. And then Cam having great toughness and be able to guard his position is, it's been a good, solid mix together.
Coach, probably a little too soon, but you lose CBM early in the second half, and then Ezra and both Kofi foul out. What's going on with your bench, or where do you go from here?
I mean, I'm about as proud as a team, to think that, Chad wouldn't play, a second half. And those other 2 guys foul out, and then we still found a way to win. And this was a huge game. I mean, I told the team this game's not worth 1 game. There's bubble implications tonight. There's Big Ten standings implications. There's tiebreaker implications. So, a big win, and, we'd be in a really good spot, if we hadn't lost that Iowa game. But you got to put it behind you, and which I think our guys did do. They put that thing behind them. Now we won 2 games, and we got to go back on the road, and it'll be our last time in everything after this road trip. When we come back from Columbus, Ohio, we will be on Pacific time the rest of the season until we go to Chicago for the Big Ten tournament. So, even though we got some super tough games at home. It will be nice to be in one time zone for an extended period of time.
2 questions. First, Coach, do you have an update on Chad?
No update. Sprain, not the ACL, probably the MCL, and no real timetable until they do the MRI.
And the second thing, just how proud are you of this group? And how proud of you or your staff for putting together a roster that can overcome no Rodney, no Chad, no Mary, and Alijah being out half the year? The fact that you guys are still competitive is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it is remarkable. My wife reminds me all the time. Obviously, when you're outside our own building, as Chuck Daly used to say, nobody cares. who's hurt, who's not hurt. But we've overcome a tremendous amount to be in the position we are right now with what, 8 games to play. And yeah, I mean, if you would have told me Rodney's averaging 20 points a game. His assist to turnover ratios, I mean, he's playing all Big Ten. Amarion's supposed to be our defensive stopper. Chad goes down tonight. You know, people ask about the press break. Well, we didn't have Jordan Marsh last game. We didn't have Rodney. And so, you know, you could see Jordan comes into the press break, changes it like that. Cornish made a huge block. So I think from a roster management standpoint, we put this team together in a really solid way. Like I think we thought about a lot of things, and that's why we're able to go to our bench when guys foul out and have Cornish block a shot and have Marsh make 2 big free throws. And but it's not just been the 2 injuries of Rodney and Amarion. Like, I mean, Jordan's out 3 games with the toe. Easter's out with sickness. I mean, it's been one thing after another the entire year, except the first 6 games.
Coach, congratulations on a really great win. A couple questions about defense. It looked like you had Jacob on DeVries the entire game, and he really shut him down. It also looked like you had Cam on Wilkerson the entire game, and Wilkerson was on fire. Did you think at all about putting Easter?
Never.
To try?
Never one thought.
Why not?
Because we won the game, and that's the matchup that we wanted. And Jerry has struggled analytically against certain guys that play a certain style. So as long as we weren't giving up other guys scoring, and Jacob did a phenomenal job on DeVries. There was a reason behind that. And Wilkerson's averaging, 20 points. But I thought we did a really good job on their point guards. We wanted Elijah's length on Dorn. And Dorn was 2 for 12. We just felt that Elijah's wingspan would affect him. And so for that reason, Cam ended up on Wilkerson. So wouldn't change it at all. There was, some blown ghost screens assignments. It wasn't Cam that blew the ghost screen assignments, I can tell you that.
Coach, Indiana obviously known for taking a lot of 3 balls. I think they took more than double you guys. How did that impact your game plan? And then obviously you limited them to under 30% shooting. What did you see there?
Yeah, I think just defensively, we felt if they shot 29% or below from 3, we would win the game. And then the 2 areas that if we didn't dominate, we were not going to even be close, and that was free throws attempted. We had to double them up, and then the other thing was the rebounding. If it was close on the glass, we were not going to win this game. We understood their 3-point shooting. We understood that they would have a plus on us in that area because of like you said, the attempts that they take, and then they're also really, really good 3-point shooters. And they really passed the ball. I mean, 21 assists in a game that you lost is, that's a lot of assists. So I give them credit with their off-ball action. They're really, really good setting flares and pin-ins. And Coach DeVries is a really good coach. He runs really, really good actions.
Hey, Coach, how have you been able to keep a positive mindset? You all been battling like obstacle after obstacle, and you had said this is one of the toughest years as you as a coach. How have you been able to?
Yeah, I think I mentioned one of the last home games that I really, as a coach, I really enjoy being around this team. I really like coming to work. I don't think they're really tripping on who's playing and who's not playing. I mean, I'm sure a couple guys are coming in, but that would be my word. That's when my wife says, "Oh, so," I'm like, they ain't tripping, because they're not. They believe whoever's in uniform that we can win, and that it's kind of weird, but like, college student athletes are lifting our staff up too. To, hey, like you walk in and you got a group of guys that think they're going to kick ass. You get to work and prepare them but we got to look, we're super banged up again now, and we got a lot of work cut out for us in these 2 road games.
Awesome. Thank
Yep,
you, Coach.
thanks.
We'll be right back with Alijah Arenas and Cam Woods.
Hi, Elijah. I know your dad has been a huge part of your recovery process, training, I'm sure, mentally as well. Have you talked to him yet, and what has been his feedback through these first 4 or 5 games so far?
His feedback is, stay disciplined on the defensive end and, stay continuing to play with your teammates. That's the most important thing that I've been, especially with our point guard right here, Cam. He's been helping, talking me through a lot, especially today. I give thanks to everybody on the team, but him especially because he's been getting me a lot of touches, looks, passes, and then especially like the vision of what he's saying, which translates to what I do. And then, kind of what my dad's really going depth in is discipline and continuing to, it's just one game. This was a team win. I don't think anything other than that. So, yeah.
Alijah, you right here. You struggled a little bit in the first half. I think you missed 8 straight field goals at one point, and then we saw you shooting at halftime. Then you responded with a great second half. What changed for you in the second half?
My team kept me level-headed, kept me together. Honestly, without my team, I kind of start losing myself, which is why I'm grateful to have them. And then, just to keep the mental side of, just continuing to play no matter what happens.
A question for Alijah and then for you, Cam. When Chad went out, did you feel a little bit more pressure on yourself to maybe take control offensively? Was that part of the game plan for you?
Absolutely not. As soon as Chad already knew, he had looked at me and was like, you know the deal, it's nothing new, especially with, everybody else on the floor. I had no pressure whatsoever.
And then Cam, you obviously you came in mid-season, but it looks like you're becoming one of the team leaders, somebody that the whole team can lean on when they need to. When you guys are coming down towards the end of the game, crunch time, and the full court press is coming at you, what are you telling your teammates to kind of help get that thing going, to break it?
Just stay patient. We've been down before in the moments, and you don't want to be the team that's down. You want to be the team that they pressing. So stay, have composure. Don't get too rattled. And me playing a lot in college, I just try to get them to get out their head. That's most important. Just getting out their head and playing more freely.
Awesome. Hey guys, for both of you, when the rest of the starting lineup by the end of the game, Chad obviously with injury, and then Ezra and Jacob with fouling out, end up leaving the game. How does that impact the way you guys are playing, right at the end there down the stretch? And then how much trust do you have in those guys coming off the bench, filling in those spots to come and seal out the win tonight?
Just staying ready. No matter what happened, even me coming in, I ain't know I was gonna start. I stayed ready. Jay Marsh came in. He didn't play the whole game. He made them free throws. He stayed ready. So just staying ready is really our motto. We know we got scores. If you do your homework, everybody can score. But on this team, we playing a different role, and for us to win, we're gonna have to play that role. So we definitely staying ready.
I have a question for both of you guys. Alijah, can you talk about just what it means to you as a freshman to have, players that support you and, that's been able to let you go through without problems?
I have the greatest role models. I can't put it more than that. Chad as a role model of, coming from a great team like Auburn. I got Cam as a great, one of our greatest point guards that we've ever had come through USC. It's helped me see a lot. He continues to talk to me this is my rider, you're my ride or die guy. I can't thank my team enough. Whether I'm up or down, especially when I'm down, these guys are there no matter where I go.
Cam Muss was just saying how he doesn't know how, but him and you seem to be on the same wavelength, even though you haven't even been here that long. How do you kind of explain that, and how do you keep the coaches motivated too throughout all of these crazy times?
I'd say just the will to win. We both want to win. when we lose, it hurt. It mess up your whole day, your whole night, the whole week actually. So just want to have a great week. So winning with him, it definitely like it make it easier. It make him easier on us too. And with me being a leader, with us winning, that's more confident for everybody else on the team. Like with us winning, so I put that on me and to lead, to help win. And like Alijah, like we know, like you just said, he missed 8 shots in a row. Well, we don't care. Like we know he could score. Like we know he could do that, and just lead and get these players in the right spots. And Coach Musk gonna trust you. You see, he trusting me now. Just want to keep that, not get too complacent with his trust.
To add on to what he was saying, they showed us why winning matters. You know, especially like me coming in as a freshman, I've never been to the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, like anything. And these guys are dreaming to go there. Like, you know, we've had a couple guys already going there, but like I don't know the feeling. And just seeing their emotions after winning, after a loss, I've kind of taken on those emotions too. Like, I want to win. Like I came here to win. Everybody wants to win on our team, so I feel like as long as we have that in the back of our heads, we can go as far as we want.
Alijah, I know it just happened, but when you reflect on this game, 29 points and a huge game for your NCAA tournament hopes, when you just think about everything that you've been through in the past 18 months, just how does this feel to be in this moment, to get to this point when you've just been through so much lately?
Being in this moment is very special, but it's more special for being in this moment about like with the guys, like with my teammates. That's the best feeling I could ask for, because knowing my accomplishments, there's nothing but smiles in the locker room about it all. Like, honestly, I'm more excited about getting 5 rebounds because, you know, especially him, he gets all the boards. So it felt good to get some today.
Last question.
Alijah, Muss after was especially complimentary of you drawing 9 free throws. I think it says you drew 9 fouls and committed 0. How big of a part of your game plan is that?
Especially in high school, it was always like, you know, a theme of get to the boards. I've kind of had to get my legs to get back into that. Like I said, I have great role models. Like Chad gets to line a lot, Cam gets to line a lot, especially Ezra gets to line a lot. So we've started to see like that leads to wins. So, you know, try the best I can to get to the line and knock them all down.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.